What's going on, guys? This is Dr. Justin Kernut from ProofMode Health. And today's concern is your vitamin D supplement a scam? Now, that's a bold question, I know, and it might even be frustrating to hear, especially if you've been diligently taking your pills every single day thinking you're doing something great for your health. But what if I told you that the bottle in your medicine cabinet might be giving you a false sense of security and not much else? Now, for years, we've been told to take vitamin D. We've heard it's the sunshine vitamin, essential for strong bones, a healthy immune system, and even a good mood. So you did what you were told, you bought the supplements, you take them daily, but you're still feeling tired, you're still getting sick, and you're wondering if anything is actually changing. Now, the hard truth is you might be caught in a widespread issue. It's not a malicious plot, but a problem born from outdated science, clever marketing, and a fundamental misunderstanding of what your body actually needs. But you could be taking a less effective form of the vitamin, less than optimal dose of the vitamin, or a pill that's so poorly made your body can't even absorb it properly. Or something we might delve into another episode, you may not have the correct organs to absorb it with, i.e., the surgery circles are removing specific organs that might deal specifically with vitamin D optimal absorption. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to tell if you're wasting your money. We're going to break down the biggest myths this supplement industry has let you believe. And I'm going to give you a simple, science backed checklist to make sure you're getting the most powerful benefits that you're paying for. Now, the three big vitamin D myths. The core of the problem lies in a few pervasive myths that have become common knowledge. These myths are why so many people are taking supplements that might not be doing them much good. The first big myth is that all vitamin D is created equal. When you walk down the supplement aisle, you'll see bottles labeled vitamin D. But if you look closer at the ingredients, you'll see one of two names vitamin D2, also known as ergo or cholecalciferol. Now, most people assume they do the same thing, and they don't. Vitamin bottles actually only say vitamin D with asterisks next to it. They don't even tell you what form the vitamin D is in. Now, think of cholecalciferol as the key that was perfectly designed for your body's locks. Vitamin D2 is like a cheap copy of that key. It might fit in the lock, but it struggles to turn the mechanism. Worse, some studies suggest that taking D2 can actually lower your levels of the more effective vitamin D3, almost like the cheap key is jamming the lock and getting in the way of the real one. Now, research has also shown that vitamin D3 is significantly more effective at raising and maintaining your blood levels of vitamin D. So, if your supplement has vitamin D2, you're not using the best tool for the job. The second myth is that the official recommended dose is all you need. The official RDA, dietary allowance, recommended dietary allowance, is around 600 IUs for most adults and 800 IUs for those over 70 years old. Now, this number is set to prevent outright deficiency diseases, not, and I repeat, not to achieve optimal health. Sticking to the bare minimum RDA might be like putting just enough gas in your car, keep the engine from sputtering, but never enough to really get where you want to go. Many forward thinking health experts and recent studies now suggest that a daily maintenance dose of 1,000 to 2,000 IUs or international units is a much more effective target than the average adult maintain for the average adult to maintain healthy levels. And we're just scratching the surface here. There are some fascinating and even controversial theories about much higher doses for specific health goals, which is a rabbit hole we'll dive down in a future video. The third myth is that the sun is always enough. We're told we're just one sun drenched vacation away from the perfect vitamin D levels. Relying on the sun for all your vitamin D is like relying on a fair weather friend. And I know we have them. I have a few of them. When conditions are perfect, the right time of day, the right season, and you're outside without sunscreen, it shows up. Your best friend shows up. Modern life, with its indoor jobs and essential sunscreen use, means that the friend is often nowhere to be found. For a huge portion of the world's population, getting adequate vitamin D from the sun alone is very difficult. We even have to factor in ozone layer and where your city or state lies at certain parts of the year and where the ozone reflects the healthy UV rays off the Earth's ozone. So we have to take all these things into consideration. Now, the true cost of a bad supplement, it's not just about a few dollars wasted on ineffective pills. The consequences are far more significant. First, you're missing out on the real life-changing benefits proper vitamin D levels are crucial for. And these things include calcium absorption, which is the foundation of bone health. Without it, your body can't build and maintain strong bones, which could lead to conditions like osteoporosis later in life. It also plays a key role in your immune system, your nervous system, and your muscles. Vague but persistent symptoms like muscle aches, bone pain, and frequent infections could be signs of a deficiency that your subpar supplement isn't fixing. The list of what vitamin D does is astonishingly long, and we'll do a deep dive into all of its roles from brain health to hormone regulation in an upcoming video. Second, you could be operating with a false sense of security. This is like having a security camera pointed at your front door that isn't plugged in. You feel safe because you see the camera, but it's not actually protecting you. You think you've checked the vitamin D box on your health to do list, which might prevent you from seeking a real solution or getting your levels tested. You might continue to suffer from the subtle, nagging symptoms of a deficiency, blaming them on stress or aging when the real culprit is a lack of this critical nutrient. And finally, you want to be smart about your health. The supplement industry isn't regulated as strictly as pharmaceuticals. The FDA doesn't approve supplements for safety and effectiveness before they're sold. Without a stamp of approval from a third party testing agency, you can't be certain that the dose on the label is what's actually in the pill or it's free from contaminants. It's a bit of a gamble and your health is on the line. Now, what's the solution? The high quality supplement checklist. The good news is there is a clear path forward. You can take control and ensure that the supplement you choose is actually working for you. It all comes down to a simple 4 step checklist. This is how you avoid getting ripped off. Now, demand vitamin D3 is step one. This is the most important rule. From now on, never again buy a supplement that just says vitamin D. You've got to turn the bottle around, read the supplement facts panel, and make sure it explicitly says cholic or vitamin 3. As we've established, D2 is the less effective form. Research is clear that D3 is what your body prefers and uses most effectively to raise and sustain your levels. If you're a vegan, look for D3 sourced from lichen, also spelled lichen or pronounced lichen in some communities, which is a plant based source, not the more common lanolin from sheep's wool. Step two, take it with fat and consider K2. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin. This means it needs fat to be properly absorbed by your body. Think of it this way. Taking vitamin D without a fat is like trying to send a letter without an envelope. The vitamin is the message, but the fat is the vehicle that carries it through your system to be delivered properly. For this reason, taking your vitamin D with a meal that contains some healthy fat like avocado oil, nuts, olive oil, or my preference is to take it with your omega-3 fatty acid fish oil supplement. Now, these are great strategies, but here's the pro tip. Consider pairing your vitamin D3 with vitamin K2. Here's your pro tip. Consider pairing your vitamin D3 with vitamin K2. Think of them as a buddy cop team for your health. Vitamin D3 is the detective that rounds up calcium and gets it into your bloodstream. But K2 is its partner, the traffic cop, who directs the calcium exactly where to go into the bones and teeth and puts up roadblocks to keep it out of your arteries and soft tissues where it could cause a traffic jam. For a daily dose of 1,000 to 2,000 IUs of D3, a corresponding dose of about 90 to 120 micrograms M of vitamin K2, look for the MK7 form, is a fantastic pairing. Just a heads up, if you take blood thinning medications, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before adding vitamin K to your routine. Okay. Specifically, vitamin K1. Okay. Talk to them also about your leafy greens. Eating too many of them, like spinach, may cause your blood to not be so thin. So, K7 form is the form you want, but still talk to your doctor. Step three is hunt for a third party seal. This is your best guarantee of quality. Because the supplement industry has gaps in oversight, a manufacturer can put almost anything on a label. Think of it like getting a certified inspection before you're buying a used car. You wouldn't just trust the seller's word, you'd want an expert mechanic to verify it. Look for a seal from an independent third party testing organization like the USP Verified Seal or the NSF International Seal. These organizations conduct rigorous testing to verify that the product contains the ingredients and dosage listed on the label, and that it's free from harmful levels of contaminants. It can sometimes be tough to figure out which popular brands have this testing, so I'll be making another video soon showing you exactly how to find this information for yourself. Okay, a label that just says GMP compliant isn't the same. That's often manufacturer's own claim. Step four is to read the other ingredients. Finally, once you've confirmed that it's vitamin D3 and you've seen a trusted seal, take one last look at the ingredient list. A high quality supplement should have a clean, simple formula. Seeing a long list of unnecessary fillers is like buying a bag of chips that's mostly air. You want to avoid things like titanium dioxide, artificial dyes, and hydrogenated oils. The best supplements will contain the active ingredients in a healthy carrier oil like olive or coconut oil and not much else. Now, before we wrap up, I want to help you put this all into action. Grab your current vitamin D supplement. Does it pass the checklist? Now, to make this even easier, I've put together a free guide that walks you through these four pro level steps for vetting your vitamin D. Inside, I also include my personal supplement of choice that checks all these boxes. You can download it for free at the link in the description, or you can also comment and I will forward it to you. Let me know in the comments if this checklist made you realize it's time for an upgrade. So, is your vitamin D supplement a scam? Maybe not a deliberate one, but it's easy to be misled. You've learned that the vitamin D2 in many supplements is like a badly copied key compared to the perfect fit of vitamin D3. You know that the 600 IU recommendation is a baseline, but a dose of 1,000 to 2,000 IUs may be a better target for optimal health. You now understand the powerful partnership between vitamin D3 and K2 working together to put calcium where it belongs. And most importantly, you know that your best bet for quality is a supplement that has been verified by a third party organization like USP or NSF. You are now armed with the knowledge to walk past the dozens of our supplements and pick one that will make a difference. This is a topic I'm incredibly passionate about, so much so that my new book, Show Me the Receipts, which launches on August 15th, 2026, is dedicated entirely to this philosophy: how to vet supplements, stop wasting money, and demand proof before you purchase. The final crucial step: get your blood levels tested, ask your doctor for a 25 hydroxy vitamin D test to find out your baseline. This is the only true way to know if your strategy is working. Knowing how to find real, evidence based knowledge online is a skill. And in another video, I'll share my go to sources so you can do your own research without falling down the wrong rabbit holes. And you are no longer in the dark. You have the power to stop wasting your money and start truly investing in your long term health. If this video opens your eyes, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. And for more deep dives that expose the truth about health and nutrition, make sure to subscribe. And thanks for watching.